Well, proud of our football team today. I thought we came ready to play. You practice for a long time through the spring, summer, fall camp, and we try to get through fall camp with as few injuries as possible. But you don't have as many live reps, so to get on the game field and to execute pretty well, not only the first half but the second half with some backups was good to see. I thought we played hard to the end. We limited penalties as much as we could. We got some turnovers. Didn't turn the ball over as well. So a lot of things to build on. I thought our guys, came ready to play and did a good job finishing.
If we look at the receivers, obviously you talked about not having maybe the depth you want, but the quality of what they were able to do today, just how pleased were you with Ja'Cory and Jaden and Chris?
Well, we're going to continue to work that position as hard as we can. It's important to be good in the passing game, to have some explosive plays. I thought Ja'Cory Brooks showed some great things today. He's had a really good camp. He's definitely stood out. Chris Bell's had a solid camp. Didn't get as many balls today, but did a really good job. And Jaden Thompson kind of has stepped in that place for Colin Lacey once he got injured. And Jaden can play multiple positions, so he hadn't played a whole lot in the slot. But he did a really good job today. He's versatile. He's practices hard. He's in the second year of our system, so he understands it, and he can play every position, so that was good to see. And then I think we got some valuable reps with the guys behind him, and we just got to continue to build that. I think our tight ends, stepped up. We played a lot of guys, and they have to be an integral part of our passing game and also the running attack, and so really good job overall.
Thursday, Arkansas Pine Bluff agreed to play 10-minute quarters in the second half as the game got out of hand. Was there any discussion of that sort of thing today? And if not, what was the value of a game that you win 62-0?
Well, no discussion. I didn't know that was allowed, so I wasn't educated on that. You know what? The value of these games, heck, I think for us, the second half, we played a lot of backups, second team, third team, fourth team guys that sometimes some of those guys won't play their whole career possibly, much less the rest of the season. So it's good to get them action. Of course, you got to play your starters at the beginning and hope that you play well. With that said, there's always upsets every week, so you never can predict what's going to happen. So, I think our team, the schedule is good. It'll continue to be good. I'm all for playing the best teams every single week, but you got to play who's on your schedule. And Austin Peay had a good year last year. Unfortunately, had a coaching change and some players leave, and it'll just take them a while to get used to it. But I'm sure they'll be competitive once they start in their conference.
Jeff, you talked on Monday about Isaac and his ability to have that speed that you can't coach, and we saw that today with that big run from him, 77 yards for the touchdown. How many more ways can you guys utilize him and get him involved in the offense, get the ball in his hands?
Well, it's great to see him do well. This is a true freshman who's worked really hard. He hasn't missed a rep at practice, never complains, puts in the work. We've thrown a lot at him. We're trying to move him around a little bit. We had some special packages with him and Colin Lacey that we had to put on hold a little bit now. It had to become just him. But he can do a lot of things, and he's just the work ethic, his mental makeup, but also just his natural ability that we really don't teach. He's just quick and fast and elusive. And I think as he continues to progress in the weight room and get stronger, he'll get even better. As he continues to understand the offense and nuances of college football, get even better. But he needs to touch the ball, and it's up to us to make sure he touches it so many times a game and allow him to do what he does best.
What was your evaluation of how Tyler played?
I really liked how Tyler played. He's been consistent and steady all spring, all summer, all fall camp. So he played pretty much the way I thought he would. He can throw the football. He can stand in there to the last minute, let things develop, let the guy get just a little bit more open, even when he's got guys coming at him. He can see the field. He can spray it to the boundary, to the middle, to the outside, deep, short, all those things. I just think he's been a great leader. We've got to keep him durable and healthy, but I anticipate him playing well. And as we can continue to build the team and create some balance and give him numerous choices, I think he can play even better.
Jeff, Tyler showed off some of the platform throws, kind of throwing sidearm, fade away, a couple different things. Did you know that about his game coming in, and how much do you guys work with him on that for how to balance doing that versus just throwing on platform?
Well, I was one of those quarterbacks that did some too much scrambling when I played. So I allow guys to have some freedom, and we allow him some freedom. You know, he likes to have some gamemanship to him and throw it underneath and throw it sidearm and riverboat gambler the thing every now and then and make some decisions. But you know what? He's good at it. And now we've worked, hey, when you're in the pocket, and, you know, a couple of those deep throws, you know, if he could hit those and stay on top of them and drive them across the field, I think he missed a few of those. So we always try to say, hey, if you got a clean pocket and you got to make the throw, let's make sure you throw it your normal motion. But at the same time, I want him to, you know, have some fun with it. And he's really good at it. He does it in practice. He can get the ball out quick. He can avoid the defender on screens if their hand's in the way, and he can throw a different arm angle. So I just think it's fun to watch. I like watching him play.
Jeff, what surprised you maybe with Jaden, Jacory, and Mark in terms of some of the big plays they made? You talked about wanting playmakers. You know, how did they step up in a way that maybe you didn't see in fall camp?
Well, you know, there's certain guys that have done well in fall camp. Jacory Brooks is one of them. You know, he didn't go through spring. He had a shoulder injury, so, you know, we didn't know for sure. We hadn't seen it yet. But he's done great. He's practiced every day. He shows that every day in practice, so it was great to see him be consistent. We ask our difference makers, hey, every game you got to be a difference maker. You can't take a week off. So he's stood up to the challenge. Mark Redmond got here late, didn't get here to the summer. He had a leg injury coming in, so he just kind of continued to improve. But he's a steady blocker. He does what you ask. Made a great catch. He's got consistent hands. He's done a really good job. And who's the other one you asked about?
Jaden Thompson.
You know what, and Jaden, like I said, you know, he's in the second year. We've had multiple receivers where we've been before that the first year we've done decent, but the second year they're kind of taken off. And for him to be able to play outside and inside for us, even though he really didn't practice that much inside until Colin got hurt, it was great to see. I mean, he made some really good catches. He ran good routes. He understands the system. He's a big, long target, and he's played a lot of football, so very proud of his performance.
Last one, see ya.
Jeff, to your point about keeping Tyler durable, what advice, if any, did you give him about, because he stayed in the pocket and took a couple of hits a couple of times to deliver throws. Is there anything you want to see out of him in those situations?
Well, I do like to see him do that. You know, I think if you go back and watch some of his injuries, and you know, he was asked to run the ball a lot. You know, quarterback runs, design runs, which, yes, you got to do occasionally. Certain situations, we want to try to limit that as much as we can. As we get into some tight, close games, we might have to bring that out a little bit. But, you know, we want to keep them upright, and we want them to be able to get the ball out quickly to our guys. And we ask him to hold it a little longer, throw it deep. He's got to stand in there and do it, but he's really good at it. And he can throw the ball vertically. You know, I think he made about every throw, other than maybe 2 deep throws that he just was slightly off on some post patterns. But other than that, I thought he was really sharp and understood what we did and did exactly what we asked. Okay, thank you.